Hello everyone, today I have a brand new video to share with you, and it's my very first Empties edition, so I'm going to share with you products that I've used up in the past few months, and I've thrown out a couple products here and there, so I'll try to mention them if I can remember. But first, before we get started, I did just want to mention I'm back to black hair, and I really missed it, so even though the ombre look was nice for a while, I just feel like black hair is definitely more my style. I just feel like it suits me better, so I'm glad to have my more of a natural hair color back. So it's not really quite a change, it's more like a step backwards, but I am more comfortable with this hair color. So anyway, let's get started with the first product. I'm going to talk to you first about deodorant. So I don't really talk about body care too much. I usually just stick to Jo Malone and Kiehl's. So here is my Kiehl's Superbly Efficient Antiperspirant and Deodorant Cream with orange, lemon, and linseed extracts. Yes, it has the longest name for a deodorant ever, but it is probably the best deodorant I've ever used. So this is the smaller bottle, and I have purchased the large one before. It does take me quite a while to get through even the 1.7 fluid ounce, and I just love this because it actually dries quickly, and especially when I'm working out, I tend to sweat quite a bit. I sweat more than the average person when I am working out, so I do prefer to use a stronger deodorant, but I found that a lot of those clinically proven deodorants that are from the drugstore by Secret or Degree, I've tried all of them actually, and I have found that none of them work for me because they sort of dry out my skin and they just look really gunky, but I've never had any problems with this Kiehl's deodorant. So even though it is a lot more expensive, I do think it's worth the splurge. It does claim that because of the unique blend of ingredients, underarm hair will feel softer, resulting in a smoother shave experience, and I do think that's definitely the case with this one. Prior to using this deodorant, I hadn't used one that made shaving easier, so if you're interested in a multi-purpose deodorant, whether you're male or female, whether you shave your armpits or not, definitely try this deodorant because it's a must-have, and I definitely will be repurchasing this. Next, for sunscreen. Sunscreen is absolutely essential, and this is the older version of my Dior Snow. This is the old UV shield, so it comes in the slimmer packaging, and I absolutely love this White Reveal Moisturizing UV Protectant Sunscreen. It has an SPF of 50 with PA+++, so this is one of the best sunscreens that you can buy, and they did reformulate this. Now the newer version, which is actually in my bathroom, which is where I apply it every morning, I will show a picture of it somewhere here. So as promised, here is the newly repackaged Dior Snow sunscreen, and I do think that I find this packaging a little bit more sophisticated than the older style, which is a little bit more utilitarian and simple. But obviously the text is more legible on the older style. But I definitely love the newer sunscreen. It's an even better formula, so I think they took the suggestions that consumers made to heart and made it easier to spread so it feels more like a lotion. This SPF is the same, still 50 with PA+++, and I think that it is still a great buy because obviously I repurchased it. I waver between the Kate Somerville and the Dior right now, but I still think that my La Mer sunscreen is amazing. It has an SPF of 30 instead of 50, but I like to use the 50 especially because my acne scars are fading, so I try to get as much sunscreen as possible to prevent the scars from darkening. And now to move on to more skincare, here we have some SK-II products. I've used this in the past, and this is the SK-II Facial Treatment Clear Lotion, and I had just a little bit left, so I wanted to hurry up and use it up because I'll be trying the Whitening Source Clear Lotion instead, and this is relatively new, I think. It's definitely newer than the clear lotion. This Whitening Source Clear Lotion is supposed to be a whitening lotion, and you use it the same way like a toner, but if you have acne prone skin, try this one first. And when I did have acne, when my acne was active, I felt that this clear lotion was gentle enough but did effectively help with reducing breakouts and controlling my oil. This product is basically the one product that I can narrow down to that helped create a normal T-zone. So prior to using this product, I had an oily T-zone, but now my T-zone is completely normal. So I am excited to see how different the whitening source clear lotion is, but I do assume it has fewer acne preventing ingredients and more whitening ingredients. But overall, I love SK products and I'll be trying more of their range this year, so I'm really excited. I'll be trying this Illumination, so I'll get back to you on those reviews eventually. Speaking of acne products again, I have the Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pads, and I have talked about these for years now, probably ever since I started YouTube. And anytime people ask me what I use to help with my blackheads, because I do get severe blackheads on my nose, I always mention these Max Complexion Correction Pads, and they are pretty expensive, but they come with 60 pads and you can trim them in half and use them once per day if you would like, so it gives you about 120 uses total if you want to save your money. Now, I do think that this is best for those of you who don't have sensitive skin because it has a very strong burning sensation. I personally love the Peach Bellini scent, but those of you who are sensitive to fragrances, most of them don't like this fragrance because it is very strong. Despite the issues with the fragrance, however, it really does help to prevent new acne blemishes and blackheads. I have another one of these that I'm already halfway through, so this bottle's pretty old, but I just did want to mention that I have moved on and I'm alternating between these as well as the new First Aid Beauty blemish control pads. Now that I have normal skin, I don't use the Peter Thomas Roth quite as often because my skin is just more prone to drying out. So just like the Peter Thomas Roth product, you wipe it across your face after you have washed your face with cleanser, and you use it sort of like a toner in place of something like the SK2. But these aren't used every day necessarily. You can use them every day if you'd like, but I think it's more cost effective to use them a couple times a week, and it also, again, prevents drying out the skin. Now for another Peter Thomas Roth product. I loved the glycolic acid 10% hydrating gel for a while, and this is oil-free, fragrance-free, and when I had active breakouts, this was probably my most life-saving moisturizer. So if you have a lot of active breakouts, then definitely give this a try because it's one of the best moisturizers for those of you suffering from acne. I feel like if you have acne scarring or just hyperpigmentation in general, whether it's from acne or otherwise, I think that glycolics and AHAs and BHAs are the best way to go if you're looking for an over-the-counter product. Now for makeup removers, and this is a huge one because I use a ton of makeup removers. Even though you should invest in skincare, there's nothing more important than cleansing your face thoroughly. So I'm going to start with my Copgetto, or Cogendo, however you want to pronounce it, Cleansing Spa Water Wipes, and these are oil-free and mildly acidic. Don't let the mildly acidic scare you. It just actually helps to control your pH balance so it doesn't dry out your skin. So these are the only wipes, makeup wipes, that I can currently use. All the Neutrogena and Pond's versions that I used in the past started to break me out, so ever since then I just stopped using all other makeup wipes and I've only been using these. So I just find that the cleansing water is so gentle and it actually removes all impurities. So even if I go over it with a Clarisonic after, I don't pull out much makeup with the brush head. So I highly recommend these, even though they can be a little expensive. You can use Hautelook to purchase them at a discounted rate, but they're not always available. So I do stock up every now and then. I purchase 3 or 4 at a time. But I do like these 30-pack cloths because these are easier to travel with. Copgetto recently released their large roll version, and this one comes with, I think, 70 rolls. I want to say, yeah, it comes with 70 cloths, and it sort of dispenses exactly like a Lysol antibacterial wipe dispenser, but I love that because I just keep this by my bedside. Obviously, you don't want to travel with something like this. It's much easier to travel with this set, and I use these all the time, whether it's for my face, my hands, whether I'm swatching makeup. I just think it thoroughly removes makeup, but I don't use it to remove my eye makeup because I always wear waterproof mascara and eyeliner. I just don't like to tug at the eye very much, especially my upper eyelids, because it makes my eyelashes fall out. But for face makeup, this is the best makeup remover wipe and I highly recommend them. I've been using them for, I think, over a year now. Speaking of waterproof mascara, actually, before I move on to the eye makeup removers, I'm going to talk to you about my favorite mascara, which is Lancome's Hypnous Drama Waterproof. And even though I'm constantly trying new mascaras because I am always looking for other options, I still find that the Drama Waterproof is still my #1 mascara. I know the S-curved brush really scares people off, and it just takes a little bit of practice, but I highly recommend it because it gives me volume, length. I really am loving it on top of the Ico mascara, the I Do, which is a new collaboration with Alexa Chung. If you guys haven't seen me use it before, I've used it recently in a couple videos if you haven't seen them. But the Drama Waterproof is still the best volumizing, lengthening, all around best mascara. I think the only one that comes second would be the Armani Eyes to Kill Waterproof. It just doesn't give me quite as much curl hold. They're both excellent, but I love the Drama, and Lancome just makes excellent mascaras. They just work really well for my lashes. Now for makeup cleansing oils. I am a huge fan of makeup cleansing oils because they have just done so well with helping to prep my skin for some real heavy-duty cleansing. I always take off my makeup either with a Coquetto cleansing water wipe or my cleansing oils, and then follow up with my Clarisonic to really just scrub out my pores. Because I do wear heavier makeup when I film, I especially do that double cleansing method after days like this when I'm wearing a full face. But anyway, going back to the cleansing oils, I'll start with the Benefique, which is the Shiseido makeup cleansing oil. It's their most recent version, and I really love this for cleansing before using the Clarisonic. So I don't find that this one is as effective as my Uemura cleansing oils. I do see more makeup residue coming off when I use this one, but it has a really great fresh smell. It's not overwhelming in any way. It's very pleasant, and it has a really thick, rich texture. So when I rub it in, I just feel it's very luxurious. So I do think it's worth the price, but in terms of performance, I do think that the Uemura Anti-Oxy is one of the best cleansing oils I've ever used. So I do like the Ultimate, which is their most expensive one, but I think for just removing makeup, this one is excellent, and this is my favorite cleansing oil. So I have 2 large backup bottles of this because I love it so much. Now we're going to start winding down with some hair products. I absolutely love Uemura and PixieDust hair products in general, but I especially love shampoo. So I feel like shampoo is a big thing for me because I love squeaky clean hair. It's just that obviously when you have super squeaky clean hair, it tends to dry out your hair a lot too. So what I've been doing recently is washing my hair every other day. So obviously I still shower every day. It's just when it comes to shampooing my hair, I use this instead. And this cleansing oil, anti-oil astringent cleanser for oily hair, is probably best for those of you with oily hair, but if you're trying to save washes and prevent your hair color from fading too fast, I do recommend shampooing every other day. Unless you go to the gym, then you please wash your hair every day. I think that this is best for when I work out. If I have lots of buildup, for example, dry shampoo for volume, or volumizing gel, or hairspray, which are the 3 products I tend to use, then I recommend using the astringent version. However, I do have a brand new bottle of the original cleansing oil shampoo, and I think this is better for everyday use. So even if you have colored hair like me, I have found that this shampoo does not fade my hair quite so quickly, and even though I do have the PixieDust color shampoo, I like this one just a little bit more. The PixieDust is a great shampoo and it has a really beautiful sweet floral scent, but I think that it's a little rich for my hair, especially up top here. It can make my roots a little bit too soft, and I like, you know, voluminous, full looking hair. So I think that the Uemura cleansing oil shampoo gives me the best of both worlds. It gives me clean hair but not flat hair, and it's just the perfect shampoo for me. So I highly recommend this. And again, if you wash your hair every day, stick to this one, and if you wash your hair every other day, or if you just have very oily hair, use this one. And if you would like to see more of these, I will try to include more makeup in the future, but if you want to see more, definitely thumbs up so I can see if you like the video, or leave me a comment if you wish, and let me know if you have any questions about the products that I talked about today. I hope to see you all in my next video, which will be dedicated to Chanel's Spring 2014 collection. I do know that many of you have been waiting for it for quite a while, so thanks so much for your patience as always, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!